welcome to Part 2, Subject 13. The Spiritual Master's writing is transcendental. These sincere and pure devotees write on the authority and permission of Krishna and Gurudev. Therefore they are empowered to write transcendental literature. Their writings have none of the defects of the conditioned souls, namely illusion, cheating, and imperfect sense perceptions. Here are 3 examples of such Vaishnavas and their writings. So approximately 800 years ago, Madhva Acharya walked from Udupi in southern India to Badarik Ashram in the Himalayas, a journey of approximately 2,000 kilometres or 1,250 miles. So why did he undertake this long journey? Madhvacharya had written a commentary on the Bhagavad Gita, and he very much wanted to present it to Veda Vyasadeva, who resided in Badarak Ashram. When Madhvacharya arrived there, he fell at the feet of Vyasadeva, who listened to his commentary and gave his blessings. Madhvacharya then walked back to southern India and taught his commentary to his disciples. Another Vaishnava example is when 500 years ago, after Lord Chaitanya left, Krishnadas Kaviraj went to Vrindavan and resided there with the remaining devotees. They would gather every day, and all the devotees were eager to hear about Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. So they asked Krishnadas Kaviraj to write them down. Krishnadas Kaviraj prayed to the deity Madan Mohan for his blessings and the ability to write. The deity's flower garland fell down upon him as he lay at Madan Mohan's feet, indicating his divine sanction. Krishnadas Kaviraj writes in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi 8:71, "By their mercy all these devotees ordered me to write of the last pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because of their order only, although I am shameless, I have attempted to write this Chaitanya Charitamrita, having received the order of the Vaishnavas, but being anxious within my heart, I went to the temple of Madan Mohan to ask his permission also." And for that wonderful third example, in 1965, just after entering the renounced order of life, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada went to Vrindavan and resided in 2 rooms in the Radha Damodar temple. There he wrote 2 books, Easy Journey to Other Planets and In Search of the Ultimate Goal of Life. He also translated the first 2 volumes of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So I will now play a very old recording, and thus it's a little bit scratchy, of one of Srila Bhaktivedanta's disciples describing her meeting with an elderly Vaishnava who resided just near the Radha Damodar temple at the same time that Bhaktivedanta was residing in that temple. From this, we can hear how Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada fervently prayed to his spiritual master and Rupa and Sanatan Goswami for their mercy, for him to be able to write and to carry out the orders of his spiritual master.
This was told to us by an old gentleman, Vaishnav, who lives just a couple of doors down from Radha Damodar in one of those houses that front on the back there. They kind of close in on the back of Rupa Goswami's Samadhi area. So we asked him, in his little room. His room was just completely cluttered and full of, books, Krishna conscious books. And he goes, I've lived in Vrindavan. He says, I'm like 89 years old or something. I've lived in Vrindavan my whole life, and never, ever in my whole years that I've lived here have I seen anyone do sadhana like him. He used to live in that room, and he always lived in that same room. He never moved from that room. And he said he knew that Srila Prabhupada lived nearby him, and he always saw him going in and out of Radha Damodar and saw him going on parikrama around Vrindavan, but he was very grave. Prabhupada was very grave, he said, and very not social, just very walking and chanting. And he said even when he used to go to Radha Damodar sometimes to do parikrama, Srila Prabhupada would be either on the veranda there or in his rooms just writing and chanting, and he never wanted to disturb him. So he knew who he was, but did never spoken with him or anything. And he noticed that some evenings in the middle of the night, not evening, but in the middle of the night, he would hear this voice coming from the courtyard of Rupa Goswami's Samadhi. And it would be like a crying voice, calling out, kind of in this very pathetic tone. And it would go for quite a while in the night. But he said he was usually sleeping and he didn't go to investigate what it was. And he heard it quite regularly. And then he said one night he heard that again, and it was a full moon, and he wasn't that sleepy, and he decided to go up the stairs and go up to the roof. And so he was standing on the roof in the middle of the night, and he was looking down into the courtyard. And what he saw by Rupa Goswami's Bhajan Kutir and Samadhi was he saw our Srila Prabhupada, and he was bending down in front of the Samadhi, and he had a broom, like a broom made out of straw. And he was sweeping there in that courtyard, and as he was sweeping, he was crying, and he was calling out, "Hey Gurudev, hey Gurudev, give me your mercy, give me your mercy. Hey Rup, hey Sanatan, give me your mercy, please give me your mercy. Without your mercy, how can I do what you have asked me to do?" And he said then he realized that all those times that he had heard that in the middle of the night, that was our Srila Prabhupada.
Here is a quote from the purport in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 24:345. One cannot write on spiritual matters without being blessed by Krishna and the disciplic succession of gurus. The blessings of the authorities are one's power of attorney. One should not try to write anything about Vaishnava behavior and activities without being authorized by superior authorities. So now we only have 3 more subjects left in part 2 of this course about the qualities of a spiritual master. So until we meet for subject 14, Namaste.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,